The Oil and Gas Premier League, game number 4 between Petrofac and Cummins Arabia. I have Jikesh from Petrofac and Asim from Cummins Arabia. Our umpires for the day, Harish and Shehbaz. Quickly, we'll go on with the toss. Asim to flip the coin. Jikesh will do the call. Tails it is. Is it? Heads it is. Asim, what would you like to do?
We will bat first.
Any reason for batting?
I think like we have played a couple of matches on this track, so it plays very well in the first inning. And the second inning, some uneven bounce happened. So I think we would like to play first and bowl in the second half.
Any changes in the side today?
We have made one change. One guy, Shafqat, has been replaced by Imtiaz.
Okay, thank you for it. And Jikesh, happy to bowl first on this track?
Yeah. With this new wicket and there is nothing changed, I think so.
Okay, the last game you played here, it was a comprehensive win. Would want to keep the same ruthlessness that you all have been playing with?
That depends on the day. We can see what happened.
Anyway, thank you for it. Our umpires for the day, Harish and Shehbaz, will take over proceedings from here. Live action coming up. Asim won the toss and he decided to take strike first. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Start in 10, yeah? Immediately, sorry. Starting immediately. League game number 4 between Petrofac and Cummins Arabia. Cummins Arabia captain Asim winning the toss, electing to bat first. Man on to open the innings. Kishore taking strike. Bowling outside the off stump, inviting the drive. Umpire calls it a wide. So first runs on the board for Cummins Arabia, albeit a wide. Hint of swing out there. Rangaraj, the bowler, edged and just eluding the keeper. The man has slipped quite alert and stops the ball from going behind. We're in the power play, so two fielders allowed outside the circle. The men at third man and extra cover. Kishore quite lucky to survive that one. Keeper trying to adjust himself. The ball bounce is not that great, so he's got to adjust his lens as well. Rangaraj. Full toss onto the legs and a freebie to Kishore, and he gleefully accepts it, deposits the ball towards square leg. First boundary of the innings, first runs of the bat. Score moves on to 5. With only 2 men outside the ring, you've got to keep your lines pretty tight. The margin for error is very little out here. Rangaraj to Kishore. Let's have a look at the field settings. Slip in place, gully, point, covers, mid-off, mid-on, and the man just freckles. Again, another one. Down the leg, Kishore trying to paddle it down to fine leg of edge. And the ball is stopped by the keeper. Very alert. Keeper moves to his left quickly. Prompting a field change. A man at short fine coming towards deep square. Kishore plays it towards mid-on, takes her for a single and a run completed quite easily. Score moves on to 6. Manish to take strike for the first time. Rangaraj to Manish. Right up to the batsman, defensively placed towards short cover. No run there. He's practicing the shot again. Last ball of the over coming up. Rangaraj to Manish. Pitches is on the good length spot. Manish plays it back to the bowler. End of the first over. 6 for the loss of no wickets. Pretty bright sunny morning here at the Eagle Cricket Grounds on the Dubai Lane Road. Jeevan the bowler, Jeevan Gangadharan, right arm over. Another medium pacer, sharing the new ball with Rangaraj. Beautiful ball right up to the stumps. Again, Kishore trying to go for the booming drive. Lucky for him, no edge. And the ball nestling into the keeper's gloves. Kishore trying to make use of the power play with 7 men inside the ring. Wanting to, this one, lift, cramps him for room, wants to ramp it over the keeper. Again, lucky for him, no edge whatsoever. He survived a couple of good balls. Just needs to get his composure back again. He needs to bat long if he wants Karim Sarabia. This time in the air, over the man at mid-on. Ball racing over to the fence, slowly trickling towards the boundary. Stopped just in. So 3 runs taken. Ball parried to the bowler towards the keeper. Score moves on to 9. Was slightly over-pitched. Kishore not completely towards the ball, but managing to clear the mid-on fielder. This time Mani is trying to cut this one from outside the off stump. He's yet to get off the mark. He's faced 3 balls. Kishore batting 8 of 7 with 1 boundary. Again, inducing a false stroke. Manish not up to the pitch of the ball. Playing from inside the line. So both the bowlers trying to use the conditions to their advantage. This time down the leg side, wrapped him on the pads, but going down leg side. So end of a good over, just the 3 runs coming off it. 9 for no loss at the end of 2 overs. Manish Dipani yet to score of the 5 balls he's faced. Kishore 8 of 7 balls with 1 boundary and a single wide. Rangaraj comes back to bowl the 2nd over, the 3rd of the innings. Slight change in field. The man at mid-on sent towards short mid-wicket. And the slip being taken out, brought to mid-on. So a bit of reinforcement on the onside for Rangaraj. Hoping Kishore would play 1 in the air. This time in the air. Chance of a man at mid-off and drop. Slightly late there in reaching the ball, so couldn't manage to hold on to it. So Kishore survives another close call. A couple of missed plays, a couple of shots going in the air but eluding the fielder, so he's still there. He scored 9. Manish on strike. Would want to get off the mark as soon as possible to try to get that confidence. And he does, sizes up and plays it over mid-wicket for the first maximum of the day. He was quite ready for that length and swung his arm. And score moves on to 16 for the loss of no wicket. It's T20 extravaganza. So we're going to see quite a few shots that are going to be manufactured. It wasn't that short, but since it was in the slot, Manish was happy to swing his arm around. This time slightly slower. Manish asking for a gentle question to the umpire for a wide. Umpire says it's a legal ball, so ball counted. 2.3 over 16 for the loss of no wicket. Shabazz the umpire, his partner for the day, Harish. Rangaraj. Again, swinging across the line, the head shape not in line with the ball. Again, while we see some good shots being played, some not so good deliveries being trying to be played by the batsmen. Lucky both of them are still in surviving their change in field. Third man comes to wide slip and the man at mid-on goes to long. This time plays it towards mid-on. Man at long off doing the fielding. 1 run added to the total. Manish moves on to 7 of 9 balls with 1-6. And Kishore comes back to strike. Face the last ball of the third over. Both the teams on 2 points each after winning their opening fixtures. This time Kishore plays it towards gully. The ball racing towards the boundary. 4 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 21. Slightly short outside the off stump. Kishore opens his arms and sends the ball racing towards the gully boundary. So 21 for the loss of no wicket in 3 overs. Current run rate of 7. Projected score can go up to 140. Cummins Arabia would like to have much more than that. They know that the Petrofac have a very good, decent batting lineup. Petrofac scored 200 plus in their opening fixture against JSS. It's the first of the triple header today. Also played DNO Dynamos in the following game, following by the last game between JSS and Supertech. Six teams vying for the championship, the oil and gas championship. Jeevan to continue second over, bowls down the leg, ball hits thigh pads going towards short fine leg. 1 run being added to the total. Jeevan bowled a good over. The last time he bowled, he gave away 3 runs. Would want to continue that. This time again down the leg side. Again, the line not really great. Another leg by added to the total. Score moves on to 23. Again, up to the batsman, plays it down to mid-on, sets off for a quick single. The batsman ready to take those quick singles. It's quite vital in this sort of cricket where you manage to score off every ball that you get and try to propel the score at a stage where it is difficult for the team batting second to chase it down. Kishore on strike. This time plays it in the air towards wide mid-on and another boundary. Pitched up delivery. Just playing through the line. He moves on to 17 of 11 balls with 3 boundaries. Score moves on to 28. So after a couple of quiet overs, now Cummins Arabia batsman deciding to open up. Field change again. A man at slip being brought down to short mid-wicket. Man at mid-on moves a few paces to his right, hoping to catch one right into his shot down leg side, called a wide. So another extra to the total. 4 extras, 2 wides, 2 leg byes. Score moves on to 29. Beautiful ball right under the bat. Kishore squeezes it out to mid-off for a single. Score moves on to 30. Chance of an overthrow, but both the batsmen deciding against it. Not interested in taking any sort of risk in these early overs. They know that they need to bat long. They've got the measure of the wicket. That's Jikesh, the captain, having a quick word with his bowler. Must be wanting him to keep it outside the off stump and invite. Again, this one down leg side, called a wide. Jeevan to Dipesh tries to play it. Inner edge goes towards short fine. The fielder misfields and a boundary to the total. So apart from the wides, misfields also helping Cummins Arabia. Score moves on to 35 at the end of 4 overs. 8.75 the current run rate. 14 runs coming off that over, so Jeevan has analysis of 2 overs, 18 runs and no wicket. So it's 2 overs, 15 runs for no wicket. Rangaraj has given away 18 runs of the 2 overs, and we see the first bowling change. Mohammad Salman, the bowler. Another right arm medium pacer. Wide down leg side. Keeper misses that well. Ball just stopping inside the rope. So 3 wides added to the total. Not a good ball to start with. Way down leg side, not giving the keeper enough chance to collect the ball. So 8 wides, 8 extras to the total, 6 wides. Salman having to reload again. This time, the other side of the wicket, another wide. Score moves on to 39. Not a happy start for Petrofac, who will want something better from the bowlers who bowled so far. This time bowling it right. Chance of a run out. Batsman survives. Kishore plays the ball, hits the stumps, and Salman trudging back, taking the ball and knocking the stumps down, but Manish was well home by then. So a close call survive for Manish and Cummins Arabia. This time playing it down towards gully, no run there. Again, appeal for an LBW. Umpire not interested. Coming to the towards the
fourth ball of the over. Again, squaring Kishore up. Again, another one on the Goodland spot. A slight misfield, and Kishore quickly seizes the opportunity to collect a single. The Oil and Gas Premier League, sponsored by Bluebell Shipping, Soverwell, PFF Valve Fittings, Asco Filtri, and Caltros. As you see, Salman in some sort of discomfort after the previous ball. His captain having a quiet word with him, hoping to see he's fit. Comes back to bowl again. Bowls it. A harmless ball played towards short fine. Sets off for a single. No communication between both the batsmen. The man at short fine throws the ball towards the keeper, who knocks down the stumps, and Kishore is on his way to the pavilion. He's out for 19 of 17 balls with 3 boundaries. Jermaine Fernandez, the new batsman. We're coming towards the closure of the 5th over. 1 ball to go and another to follow to complete the power play. Jermaine Fernandez, a Mumbai lad, has played a lot of cricket in Mumbai with the likes of Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar Yadav, one time coached by Praveen Amre as well. So quite a bit of pedigree in his batting. Ravi Shankar Velu, the new bowler. And Kishore run out with the combination of Shlesh Gopalakrishnan and Sanup. Sanup, the wicket keeper. It earlier failed to latch onto a chance of Kishore, but now manages to get him run out. Ravi Shankar, another right arm medium bowler. Manish on strike. Full toss, plays it towards extra cover. The man there doing the fielding. 1 run added to the total. Lucky for Ravi that this wasn't sent towards the boundary. The man at extra cover doing the fielding. Jermaine taking guard. He's on strike for the first time in this game. Score moves on to 41 for the loss of 1 wicket. The man out, Kishore, run out for 19 of 17 balls. Manish batting 13 of 14 balls with 1 boundary and 1 6. Jermaine Fernandez taking strike for the first time. Ask for a caught behind. Jermaine chasing this one outside off stump. Moves towards the ball, but lucky for him, no edge there. Jikesh marshalling his troops. Man long on being brought a bit finer. This time, good defensive stroke on the good length. Acknowledging a good ball by the bowler. One run of the 3 balls that he's bowled so far, keeping the batsman quiet. Would want to continue that. full toss. German plays it towards long on for another single. Both the batsmen missing out on an opportunity on a full toss. German gets off a mark with a single. He is one of 3 balls. And the 5th ball of the 6th over coming up. This is the last over of power play. The field restrictions will be restricted. This time Manish trying to cut this towards gully. Slightly late on the ball. The ball not pitching as high as he would wanted it to. Last ball of the power play coming up. Good over so far. 2 runs given away for it. This time Harish plays it in the air. The man at mid-on coming back. Drops that one. 2 runs added to the total. So a drop by the captain. Did well to fall back, but just over his head and couldn't latch onto that. So Manish survives. We come to the end of power play. 44 for the loss of 1 wicket. The man out, Kishore out 19 of 17 balls with 3 boundaries. Manish batting 15 of 16 balls with 1 boundary, 6. Germain just come in this over, scored 1 of 3 balls, 9 extras in innings so far, 7 wides, 2 leg byes. The bowling analysis so far: Rangaraj 2 overs, 18 runs, no wicket. Jeevan 2 overs, 15 runs, no wicket. Mohammad Salman 1 over, 5 runs, no wicket. And Ravi Shankar 1 over, 4 runs and no wicket. Let's see another bowling change. Anish, the new bowler. Beautiful ball right up to the batsman, slowing pace. Jermaine plays it down to the bowler. Anish to Jermaine. Again another one. Looping ball. And Jermaine just manages to squeeze it down back to the bowler, so no run added. With the field restrictions lifted, we see a man at deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a man at extra cover. This time again plays it down towards long on for a single. Score moves on to 45. Anish to Manish. Slightly short. Manish rocks back and plays it towards point for a single. Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1. This is game number 4. It's a 6-team contest to be played across 6 weeks in the UAE. This time down leg side. Keeper misses it. One. Ball going towards the fine leg. 1 run added more. So 2 runs added to the total. So Petrofac continuing to bowl those extra balls, which is going to keep them longer in the field and will add on to the stiffness of the target. This time Manish plays it towards point. The man at extra cover doing the fielding. Come back for a second. Chance of a run out, but Manish well home in time. So a couple of runs. So 50 coming up in the 7th over. 6.5 overs. The 50 coming up. And Manish now slowly growing in confidence. He's got the measure of the wicket. He's got to bat long. He's got to have somebody play around him. Again, another wide. Sanup having a tough time behind the wickets there. Unable to collect that one. So 2 more runs added. Courtesy wides. So 13 extras. 11 wides already bowled. We're in the 7th over of the game. This time, chance of a cotton ball, slightly short. German trying to rock back and play that one. No harm done there. So the over ends at 52 for the loss of 1 wicket. As we switch tabs and have a look at the score between India and Australia. Australia tottering at 42 for 4 in their second innings. They trail by another 181 runs. So uphill task for them out there. Facing India in conditions favouring the home side. Come back live to local cricket in UAE, where the Oil and Gas Premier League game number 4 between Petrofac and Cummins Arabia. Manish Tipani playing this time, playing it towards point, wanting a single. Jermaine declines. Ravi Shankar continuing with his gentle medium pace. Doesn't bowl with quite a high arm action. Bowls a bit on the lower trajectory. It makes it all the more difficult for the ball to bounce. This time bounces a bit more, cramps Manish for room, but he still manages to play to a gully and take a single. So score moves on to 53.
transferred to a phone agent when I'm asking that. My 2-minute call went down to 11 minutes. Why waste my time and the banker's time, and I lose out on credit also, which I'm using for my mobile. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not against IVRs and all this, but then when somebody is comfortable to go through a certain channel, I think so the bank has to give it to them while it is available. I understand if the bank doesn't have contact center and you don't have contact service agent, that's a different thing. But if it is there and I'm requesting for it, I would like to talk to them and resolve my query faster. That's my only concern. Okay. Yeah. No, sir, no, thank you, my friend. I just you just have to look at the system and try to enhance something. Where see we are still human beings. We still like that human touch. I don't want to talk to a robot. I'm more comfortable talking to a person on the other line, and I'm to resolve my query. Yes, having talking to through the IVR and all this is good. I understand. It's nice where you can self-help and quickly finish your query and get off. But if the IVR does not have the mechanism, then we should directly be connected to a phone agent and our query is resolved. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you, my friend. No, thank you. Okay.
Bit of a miscommunication again. Manish wanting the single, German not ready for it. In the end, managing to cross over and another run added to the total. Score moves on to 59 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 8 overs. Anish continuing. He's given a first run. So 60 for the loss of 1 wicket at 8.1. Jermaine on strike. Plays it towards deep mid wicket. Man down there. Misfield. And they turn back for the second. So score moves on to 62. Jermaine going down on his knee and playing it towards mid wicket. The field spread out, 5 men outside the ring. This time a beautiful shot towards long on for another single. The scoreboard gradually ticking on for Cummins Arabia. Pitch slightly on the slower side. The ball's not coming onto the bat, and with the bowlers bowling at trying to cut down the pace, the batsman having to make all the efforts of getting a force behind the ball. Day getting hotter and the jumpers being discarded by one and all around the park. Manish batting 25 of 24. So I'm wanting asking for an LBW. Ball going down leg side. Another leg by. Not the length that Manish was looking for. Lucky for him, the ball is going down leg side, so he survives another call. Score 64 for 1. Jermaine this time again another one run off the bat in or a leg by. Umpire calling it a leg by, a late call, so another run added to the total. 65 for 1. We're coming to the closure of the 9th over. Current run rate of 7.36. So Petrofac trying to tighten things here. This time Manish plays it towards the square leg, boundary, collects another boundary. Score moves on to 69. pitched on leg stump. Happy to send that ball towards the square leg boundary. No fielder there. So 69 for 1 at the end of 9 overs. He moves on to 29 of 26 balls with 3 boundaries and 1 6. Germain batting 6 of 11. Anish, a rather expensive over as we see another bowling change. Satyan comes into bowl. Anish has given away 16 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled. Let's have a look at the bowling analysis so far. Rangaraj 2 overs 18 runs. Jeevan 2 overs 15 runs. Mohammad Salman 1 over 5 runs. Ravi Shankar Velu 2 overs 11 runs. And Anish 2 overs 16 runs. The 1 wicket to fall was a run out. Kishore run out 19 of 17 balls when the score was 40 at the end of the 5th over. These two batsmen are put on 29 in the 4 overs that they've batted together. As Satyan comes in for the first time. Satyan to Germain. Full toss, plays it towards mid wicket, single, and the umpire calls it a no ball about waist height, so of another extra to the total. A free hit, and the ball going towards the fine leg boundary. 1 run added. Satyan to Germain. Again misses out on a slightly short ball. Ball was not that high. He could have made contact with it. So lucky for him. It's ball kisses the bat and goes towards the vacant slip area. Another run added. Score moves on to 73. Manish comes on the track, plays it high in the air. The man at point comes in. A rather lazy attempt. So another run, another miss for the Petrofac bowlers. Manish, no control whatsoever, losing shape when he tried to play that one. .74 for 1. We're coming towards the end of the 10th over. This time, slowish ball. German plays it towards deep mid wicket for another single. While Petrofac has not been able to convert those chances, they still haven't allowed Cummins to run away with the total. So this time slowish delivery. Manish playing early and losing his stump. He's bowled. So the second casualty for Cummins Arabia, Manish Dipani, bowled by Satyan. He's out for 31 of 29. Current run rate of 7.63.
हटाएगा कि उसको पानी 75 last ball of the 10th over. Guys, got a bottle of water if I can spare?
Can I have your cells?
You can come down. I'll take an interview. Don't worry. Give me a few minutes. I'll take an interview. It's your corporate responsibility. See, Amit did it last week. So you can do it.
I'll come after some time.
After some time? Fine, we'll catch on with you. Welcome back as we come up towards the last ball of the 10th over, midway through the innings. Second casualty for Cummins Arabia. Manish Dipani bowled by Satyan. A misfield there, so batsman gets off strike, gets off the mark rather, scores 76 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 10 overs. Eldo's the batsman, a pinch hitter being sent.
They call me Ruiz Raja sometimes.
Oh, I hope you don't want to get caught with it. नहीं तो तुम्हें sack किया जाएगा PCB से.
What's your name? Sorry.
Vinay.
Vinay.
It's
What's the score now?
76. So Eldo's taking strike, plays it towards point, no run there. This time again down leg side, another wide being called. GK is the captain coming into bowl for the first time in the game. He's given it 2 runs of the one ball he's bowled so far. Sorry, one. Looping delivery, inviting the batsman to play this. Batsman Germain playing it over mid-off for a single. So score moves on to 79. Eldos plays it high and handsome over cow corner for the second maximum. So
He moves on to 7 of the 3 balls he's faced. Has been sent in with a task to try to get some quick runs for his side. .85 for 2. Again, trying to repeat that one. This time Jikesh holding the ball back a little. Lucky for him, the ball going over the stumps. No harm there. Score remains on 85 with 5th ball of the 11th over. This time cuts it towards point, wanting a single there. Fielder quite alert. Last ball of the 11th over. Outside the off stump, called a wide, so another extra to the total. 19 extras in the inning so far. 14 wides, 4 leg byes and a no ball. This time Eldors plays it towards long on for another single, collects 1 run, score 87 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 11 overs. As we have Walid from Cummins Arabia, we'll have a quick chat with him. Walid, happy with the way the team has performed so far?
Yeah, we started off really well, and then in the middle, Petrofac did make a good comeback. That run out did slow down the run rate for us. Now, Aldos is out there. He's hit a big one that we just saw. That was a lovely shot, and that's the reason why he's been sent out. I'm hoping to see some more fireworks as we head towards the end of the innings.
And what sort of a score are you guys has the team talk been while you all had this chase, while you had this setup?
So the target that we were looking at was 180, but considering how slow the pitch is and how slow the outfield is, so I think a score of 170 would be a decent total on this under these sort of conditions.
Anyway, thank you for your time, and play resumes again while we see, and Walid will catch on with you again in the trade. Thank you. As 180 is what Cummins Arabia have had in their team talk, and assessing the conditions, I think the 160 will be a good score out here. And now Jermaine getting into the act, moves towards the off stump and plays this one over square leg for a boundary. Score 92 for 2. Jermaine is on 14 of 16 balls. He's collected his first boundary of the day. Jermaine this time plays it towards short fine, 1 run added. Satyan, the bowler, the only successful bowler so far to get a wicket. As Eldos plays it towards covers for another single. Score moves on to 94. As we start moving towards the back end of the innings, and with 8 wickets in hand, Cummins Arabia can miss down leg side. The keeper missing it too, so 2 wides added to the total. Score moves on to 96. Eldos, another one, beautiful strike. And another maximum. Right in the slot, and the pace that he's looking for. Weighted and high and handsome stroke over long on for another maximum. So the 100 coming up in the 12th over. As he plays it back towards the bowler. Happy to bide his time. So the end of 12 overs, 102 for 2. Is batting, German batting 15 of 17 balls. Eldos is batting 16 of 10 balls, 2 maximums. So Satyan completing his over. It's gone for 15 in this over. So 2 overs, this analysis, 2 overs, 22 for 1 wicket. Jikesh giving away 11 runs in the over that he had bowled. As we see another. Jeevan Gangadharan coming into bowl. He's given away 15 runs of the 2 overs he's bowled so far. German plays it towards mid-wicket. 1 run added. Wanting the second. Eldos not looking towards his partner. Anyway, couldn't have taken a second, but being alert is always a wise decision. As another run added, it's 103 for 2. Short ball, this time plays it in the air, but in the vacant area. The man at deep wicket coming in inside the circle and fielding the ball. So another run added. So Cummins Arabia now trying to have a move on in the last couple of overs. A couple of maximums and a boundary, so they need much more than that. They want to put up a competitive total here. Lucky. And another extra added, it's a bye. Sanup having a tough time behind the stumps, trying to collect the ball. Score moves on to 105. Eldos this time again, another mighty swipe over cow corner and another maximum. It's getting the measure of the wicket already. Score 111 for 2. The triple Nelson coming up. Making use of those long levers that he has. It's the third maximum. This time in the air towards long on. Halfway through, ball going towards the long on field. Another run added. 112 for 2. German now coming down the track, playing it towards long on for another single. This partnership already is 38 of 19 balls at a strike rate of 200. Both the batsmen now moving on. Yes, Eldos has scored 24 of 13 balls. He's faced with 3 maximums. And German giving him company out there. German's been there since the start of the 6th over. Happy to play the anchor's role and give the strike to his partner who's striking the ball well. German this time plays it over mid-wicket. He gets his first maximum. So German comes down to 23 of 21. So Mohammad Salman coming in to bowl his second over, being greeted with a maximum. This time trying to outfox the batsman, bowls outside the tram lines, another extra. So these shots inducing the bowler to alter his lines and length, and the bowler is not comfortable there. Bowled a lot of wides in this inning so far. 23 extras in the innings, 17 wides. This time German plays it towards mid-wicket. The man at deep mid-wicket coming in halfway through and collecting the ball. So 1 run added. Score moves on to 122. Or rather 121. Eldos plays it towards point. Quick run taken there. Now both the batsmen understanding each other, and there's a partnership moving on to 41 of 22. Sorry, it was 47 of 22. Again, Salman to German. Backs away. Plays it towards a chance of a run out. As a slight miscommunication. A slight miscommunication earlier had cost the wicket of Kishore. Lucky for Cummins Arabia, no damage this time. So German is out there in the center with Eldos. Score 122 for 2. We're coming to the 5th ball of the 13th over. Salman to German. Short ball, plays it towards fine. The man is short fine, unable to cut it off. Ball racing towards the boundary. So an absolute gift by Salman to Germain, and he is not going to miss out on those. As the teammates cheering on from the dugout, wanting some more from their premier batsman. Score moves on to 126 for 2. It's the last ball of the 14th over coming up. Inner edge goes towards the boundary, fine leg boundary, another 4 runs added. So Germain now having a move on. He is moved on to 32 of 25, 3 boundaries and a 6. Score at the end of 14 overs, 130 for 2. Current run rate 9.29. Now Cummins Arabia having a good hold on the game against Petrofac, who are touted to be one of the best sides in the tournament. So all the batsmen have to, and all the players have to be on their toes and try to maximize these last 6 overs and try to score the maximum. 180 will be a good total, and 190 would really propel. This time over the man at point, the man at extra cover doing the field chase, but the ball wins. So the last 3 balls have resulted in 3 boundaries. Score moves on to 134. Partnership 59 as Eldos plays this one towards long on. The fielder running around to his right and keeps it down to a single. So the partnership of 60 of the 27 balls that these two have faced brings the score to 135. bowling another wide, so another extra added. 24 extras in the innings. That's going to be something that the Petrofac boys will be having a talk after the end of this innings or after this game, is to stop these extra runs from giving away. Germain plays it towards mid-off for a single. The man at long off coming in towards the circle, as we see good camera work being done by our cameraman Fahad, who's following the action as and where it is happening. There's another wide being called, so 138 for 2. So 8 runs already coming off the 3 balls that have been bowled. Elders plays it back towards the bowler, no run there. He's batting on, Elders batting 30 of 17 balls. German batting 33 of 26. Both the batsmen scoring at more than 120 plus. And Elders is batting at 100 strike rate of 177. Yes. Ravi Shankar is the lone bowler who's managed to keep the batsman quieter than the rest of the bowlers. It's 2.5 overs, given away 19 runs. It's a lovely ball again. A third ball on the trot. So the end of 15 overs, 138 for 2. So 8 runs coming on the first 3 balls and remains that same way at the end of the over. Ravi Shankar, the only bowler going at less than 7 runs an over, and the rest of the bowlers given away 8 plus in their innings. Jikesh coming into bowl from right arm around. Germain plays it towards extra cover there. 1 run added. He moves on to 34. Elders on strike. Jikesh the bowler. As both the umpires coming together to converge. Germain requesting for a bat change. And Jikesh now to Elders. This time holding the ball back. Jikesh, Elders trying to play it. It's not completely connecting it, but good enough to get a single. Moves on to 140 as Germain gets a bat change. Not happy with the one he is having. Jikesh on to bowl to Germain. 140 for 2. Bowls another wide. So another extra coming up. Score moves on to 141. 20 wides bowled by Petrofac. That's Germain. This one high in the air towards square leg. The man coming under it and drops it. So another drop by the fielder at square leg. So moves on to 142. Eldors this time plays it over the man at long on. Good fielding by the fielder at long on. Runs a few meters to his left and collects the ball. Keeps it down to a single. 15.4 overs completed. 143 for 2. And moving across the crease, trying to unsettle the bowler. Jikesh up to the task by slowing the pace and inviting Jermaine to do all the hard work there. Again, this time plays it high in the air. The man at mid-wicket coming under it. Is that another drop? And another couple runs added to the total. So 147. So a couple of drops. Jermaine riding his luck out there. Not fielders unable to latch onto those catches. So 147 for 2 at the end of 16 overs. Run rate of 9.19 should get the total to 184. At this rate, with the way Petrofac is helping their cause by bowling the extras and not holding on to the catches, we could Cummins Arabia could well reach more than 200 out here. We have a brief stop and play. Both the batsmen requesting for a glass of water. Jikesh is given away 20 runs of the 2 overs. As we have the cameraman catching a glimpse of a plane moving over the skies out here at the Eagle Cricket Grounds. A lot of planes doing a lot of sorties out here and moving. Jeevan Gangadharan coming to bowl his last over of the game. And a straight drive over the bowler's head. The man at long on doing the fielding, so 1 run added. Score moves on to 148. German on strike, wide down leg side. Jeevan trying to keep the ball away from German's arc, but losing shape and bowls it down the leg side. So score moves on to 149. Asking for an LBW. The umpire says it's the height. So another leg by. Score moves on to 150. So 150 up for the Cummins Arabia team in 16.2 overs. Eldo's batting 33 of 22. He is on strike. Again, plays it over long on for a single. Jeevan happy to give away that single and keep Eldo's off strike. He's just making sure that he's not bowling a fuller delivery, just holding the length back. But not this time, and Jermaine quickly latching onto the one, sends it soaring over the mid-wicket boundary for another 6. So score moves on to 157. With a couple of balls to go in the 17th over. So Jermaine collects his second maximum of the day. He's batting 45 of 32. The partnership 82 of 41 balls. Again, a quickish delivery, plays it towards square leg, the ball going behind square there, another boundary. He moves on to 49, one shot of a 50. Score moves on to 161. So while Jeevan tried to keep Eldos off strike, German has taken over and scored a 10 runs of the last 2 balls that he's faced. This time, chops it onto his thumbs. The commentators curse out there, falling short of a 1-run short of a 50. But he wouldn't be disappointed that much. He's done his job. He scored 49 of 34 balls. Came in at a time when they needed somebody to anchor the innings. Did that and then took over the scoring. So a partnership of 86 comes to an end. As Ayaz Ahmed comes in at number 5. He places German Fernandez, who's out for a well-made 49. Moves to 161 for 3 with last 3 overs of the innings coming up. As Jeevan finally managed to get a wicket after giving away 38 runs in the 4 overs that he's bowled. Not the most economical analysis that a bowler would want to have. So, new man Ayaz. Eldos on strike. As German was out for the last ball of the 17th over. Jikesh. Eldos. Another maximum. So the carnage continues for Petrofac. Been sent on a leather hunt by Eldos. He's already got his 4th maximum. He races to 40 of the 24 balls he's faced, with 1 boundary and 4 maximums. The umpire has a look at the ball. The ball's in shape. So score races to 167. It's a wild swing again. This time Jikesh bowling it outside the off stump, inviting the batsman to play across the line. Sanup doing the keeping there. Doesn't allow the ball go back, so dot ball. Eldos. This time plays it towards covers. The man at extra cover doing the fielding. They come back for a second. A weak throw. And Cummins Arabia now trying to take advantage of those situations and collect the runs. So score moves on to 169. 8 runs of the 3 balls. Again, another one under the bat. Sanup not able to collect the ball. So a bye to the total. Cummins Arabia wouldn't mind that. They have already accumulated 29 extras, 21 wides, 1 no ball, 5 leg byes and 2 byes. Score reaches 170. Ayaz taking strike for the first time. Plays it towards wide, long off for a boundary. So he starts off with the boundary. So Ayaz being sent in with a purpose to maximize the last few overs. Sorry, collected a boundary of the first ball. Score moves on to 174. 9.76 projected can get them to 195. They would want more than that. Slowish delivery, hits it in the air. There's nobody at cover, so 1 run added there. The man at point running in towards the edge of the circle to collect the ball. 1 run added, 175 for 3. The penultimate over of the innings coming up. The Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1 being sponsored by Bluebell Shipping, Soberwell, PFF Valve Fittings, Asco Filtry and Caltros. These companies have come forward and supported the league, and a big thank you to them. As Ravi comes in to bowl the 19th over. Ravi Shankar, the pick of the bowler so far, 3 overs, 19 runs and no wicket. He would want to close this, his quota at the minimum he can. Bowls it, bowls a full toss outside off stump. Ayaz sends it towards covers, the man at extra covers, weak throw again. So the batsman now capitalizing on these situations. Another double collected. Score moves on to 177. As batting 7 of 3. This time plays it over mid long on, and finally the Petrofac fielders managing to latch onto a catch. So Ayaz's short stay comes to an end. 7 of 4 balls with 1 boundary. The fielder Jeevan taking the catch at long on. So Ravi Shankar, after bowling some economical bowling, has managed to get a wicket against his name. His 3.2 overs have cost 21 runs and he got a wicket. New man, Mohammad Mubashir on strike. Plays it towards long off for a single. Man at Bhupesh, the fielder, doing the fielding there. Keeps it down to a single. Eldos on strike. Plays it towards covers. Takes off for a quick single. The fielder happy to give away that single. Score moves on to 179 as the 5th ball of the 19th over coming up. Ravi Shankar bowling it to Mubashir. Again plays it towards long off. 1 run added. Score moves on to 180. Last ball of the 19th over coming up. Eldos on strike. Again plays it towards point. 1 run added. So 181 for 4 at the end of 19 overs. Ravi Shankar completes his quota, 4 overs, 25 runs, 1 wicket. Eldos batting 44 of 29. 3 boundaries and a maximum. He was bowled by Satyan, Jermaine Fernandez and Eldos coming together and stitching a partnership of 86 runs before Jermaine was out for a well-made 49, one shot of what would have been a good 50. And then Ayaz Ahmed coming in and trying to fire on all cylinders. His stay was shot 7 runs of 4 balls with 1 boundary. Eldos is batting 44 of 29. He is on strike. Rangaraj coming in to bowl the last over of the innings, his 3rd of the day. Down leg side, misfield by the keeper, ball racing towards the fine leg boundary, fielder giving chase, but futile by Sailesh. 186 for this. So the extras going up to 34, 26 wides in that. Petrofac will want to address this situation if they want to continue their winning streak here in the tournament, as Eldos takes a single to a short square. He moves on to 45, score moves on to 187. Mubashir on strike. He'll want to maximize it. Mubashir on strike. Plays it towards deep mid-wicket, gets a single there. A misfield there, and the batsman crossover for another double, so 2 runs added. Score moves on to 189. Rangaraj to Mubashir. Plays it towards extra cover there, collecting another boundary. He moves on to 8 of 4 with his first boundary. Score moves on to 193. Length delivery, Ayaz just backing away and playing it over the vacant cover region. The man at extra cover quite square, unable to cut it off. The man at deep point also not having a chance to stop that one. This time bowling outside the offside and another wide. Score moves on to 194. Down the leg side, wanting an LBW. The umpire not interested. An inner edge onto the pad, so wouldn't have mattered. Rather, umpire making a late call that it is a leg by, so 1 run added to the total. 195. The last 2 balls coming up. Eldos on strike. He's batting 45 of 30 balls. Strike rate of 150. Edged, and finally some joy for the Petrofac boys. Another wicket, 5th wicket down at the penultimate ball of the innings. Eldos out for a well-made 45 of 31 balls. He's got 1 boundary and 4 maximums. .195 for 5 at the end of 19.5 overs as the last ball coming up. And Asif Saeed coming to take strike. He's partnering Mohammad Mubashir, who's batting 8 of 5. So let's see what the last ball comes up with. Rangaraj. And he's bowled, so no run added. So they conclude the innings at 195 for the loss of 6 wickets. As we see, have a look at the bowling analysis. Rangaraj completing his 3 overs for 31 runs and getting 2 wickets. Jeevan 44 overs, 38 runs, 1 wicket. Mohammad Salman, 2 overs, 22 runs, no wicket. Ravi Shankar Velu, the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs, 25 runs, 1 wicket. Anish, 2 overs, 16 runs, no wicket. Jikesh, 3 overs, 33 runs, no wicket. Satyan, 2 overs, 22 runs and 1 wicket. That's a fall of wickets. Kishore, 40, out at the score of 40. Manish Dipani out when the score was 75. Then a partnership of 86 when Jermaine got out at 161. Ayaz Ahmad out when the score was 177. Eldos out at 100 when the score was 195. And Asif Saeed also out when the score was 195. So 195 for 6 is what Cummins Arabia scored after Asim had won the toss and elected to bat first. 196 to chase for Petrofac. This will be quite a contest we will have. We will join you soon in the next few minutes. Thank you.
नहीं बैक करके छोड़ दो ऐड है ऐड है चलो ठीक है ऐड हटाया डालो लाइट कम करो थोड़ा बैक करो ना ये कल 50 ओवर का मैच था हाशिर भी गया था खेलने के लिए अगेंस्ट टीम में भेज कर मैं बोली इंतजाम ये क्या है यार 15 साल का बच्चा तेरे से डबल 10 गुना 5 गुना ज्यादा स्कोर किया बॉलिंग भी तेरे से ज्यादा किया रन भी तेरे से कम किया विकेट भी लिया डाल दिया कौन भांजा आपका?
तो गया था ना इन लोग के वो 50 ओवर का मैच खेलने 58 मारा और 4 ओवर भी डाला। इनजी ने 7 रन मारा, 1 ओवर ही डाला।
इजी भी उसी में था।
अगेंस्ट टीम में था। हाँ वो यार क्या बोलूं मेरे को फोन आ गया था किसका आया था को बता नहीं सकता हूँ। तो बोला यार ये तुम लोग के साथ खेलते हैं इनजी। मैं बोला हाँ क्या हो गया? तो बोला यार वो कल मैच थी 15 साल का, तुम्हारा भाई का बेटा भी गया। मैं जाके फिर देखा तो हाँ यार था। क्या बोल सकते हैं यार, बैड लक हो गई होगी। हवा से ना बैट नहीं उठ रहा होगा या बॉल ज्यादा स्विंग हो गई होगी। होता है कभी कभी, बैड लक हो जाता है ना, कोई मसला नहीं यार। सर वो लीजेंड है, लीजेंड ही रहेगा। अरे इंजी इंजी ये तेरी जो बड़ी बड़ी बातें है ना, क्योंकि अल्लाह ने बोला है ज़बान ही जो है जिससे आप इज्जत कमाओगे। ये जो तेरी बड़ी बड़ी बातें ना, जिसके वजह से आज तेरा ये हाल है। मैं तेरी इत्तला के लिए बता दूं, वो मेरे भाई का बेटा है, ठीक है। और वो फ्री में उसको, वो कोच है ना नौशाद भाई, वो कल घर से लेके गया खेलने के लिए। और बोल रहा है ना सर्कल के बाद बाहर नहीं होती। अभी एक वीडियो भेजता हूँ तेरे को पर्सनल पे, क्योंकि यहाँ सबके सामने मैं भी नहीं चाहता हूँ कि उसकी बड़ाई करे। 4 दिन पहले बताया मैं गया था, बताया में तो लाइव मैच होती है ना, बताया मैं गया था, वहाँ भी 50 किया, बड़े लोग की मैच थी, ठीक है। तो ये ना बोल के उससे सर्कल पार नहीं होता। उसके अब्बू आए थे, पैसे दिए थे, तो तेरे को पैसे दिए थे उसको चांस देने के लिए, तेरी टीम वाले को पैसे दिए थे चांस देने के लिए।
इसीलिए तो अभी ले रहा हूँ ना, नहीं तो फिर मैन ऑफ द मैच का ले रहा था ना.
Yes, good.
Ready? Manish, this side. ये सही है पोजीशन? हाँ? थोड़ा पीछे. Okay? Come closer. Okay. Okay. We have Manish Dipani from Cummins Arabia. Manish, good start. You happy with the score that you have scored so far?
Yeah, definitely. We counted 180, but we get a par total 195, and we feel this is a very good total. First few overs, we are feeling that one side of the wicket was very tricky. Ball was getting swing, and after 6 overs, it was getting slower. But when we changed the end, the pace of getting runs increased.
What was the talk with Eldos when he walked in? He came in and teed off right away after you lost your wicket, and then rubbed off for German as well, and they stitched up a 86 runs partnership.
Yeah, actually my role was only for first 6 overs, and definitely I have to go out after that anyhow, because we have power hitters like Eldos and Ayaz. Jamin was our key player who is maintaining the inning until the last, but in beginning Jamin could not connect properly, but after that when they changed the end and when Eldos started hitting, Jamin got confidence, and they are both played very nice.
And you think you have the bowling attack to limit this Petrofac side, who have been considered as one of the power hitters of the tournament?
Yes. Power Petrofac is we see the two batsmen of them are great batsmen. We see in their record, they are like bunch of runs. They have a huge amount of runs in their packet. But we have bowlers. And we see in the condition, the pitch is supportive to the bowler. If we not make mistake, I hope we will contain this.
Anyway, thank you for your time and all the best for the innings. Chase coming up, 196 is what Cummins Arabia have to stop Petrofac from getting chased down in the next 4 moments. Thank you. ठीक है
और वो बच्चे को सिखाने की रही बात, तो मत सिखाया बच्चे को, क्योंकि बच्चे को मैं नहीं चाहता कि वो हीटर बने, ठीक है. मैं नहीं चाहता वो बड़ा प्लेयर बने, मैं चाहता वो मेरे जैसा नॉर्मल रहे, नॉर्मल क्रिकेट खेले. मैं नहीं चाहता तेरे जैसा प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर बने, इसलिए मैं उसको जब भी वो सिक्स मारता है ना, तो घर आके जब स्कोर कार्ड देखता हूँ, मैं उसको पहले फ़ोन करके चिल्लाता हूँ कि सिक्स मारने की वजह क्या है. वो क्रिकेट की सोच की फ़र्क होती है. मुझे समझाना मतलब वही है, नहीं समझा सकते ना, क्योंकि तू बड़ा प्लेयर है, हम छोटे प्लेयर हैं, सीखे भी नहीं थे. तो चल ठीक है, तू जो बोल रहा वही सही है. नया बॉल दे दिए. 1-2 ओवर 3 ओवर के बाद लेके वहाँ पे कैमरा लेके जाता हूँ मैं. स्टाफ हो ना, ये स्टाफ आ रहे हैं. कौन स्टाफ आ रहा है? ये इसको बोल दूँ क्या अभी तो नहीं, अभी आधा घंटा जाएगा।
चलो 91 ऑल आउट।
अरे भाई इंडिया अभी तो बुमराह नहीं है तो ये हाल है। बुमराह आएगा तो इन लोग की अभी जो सिराज और सामी बन गए ना, किसी को नहीं खेलने देंगे। सामी भी खतरनाक हो गया। सामी तो खतरनाक ही था।
Welcome back with the chase as Eldos to start proceedings for his side. 196 is what Petrofac needs to score. Ganesh, the batsman, Salman partnering him. Short ball, plays it towards covers, starts off for a single. Wild throw, but luckily for him, the man had Sean Fine doing the fielding, so Ganesh off the mark with a single. Salman taking strike for the first time. 1 for no loss at the end of the first ball. Speaking a while earlier to Manish, keeping wickets for his side, he said they have the bowling to defend this total. Only time will tell. Wild swing in the air, goes over the man at point, the man at third man doing the fielding there. Batsman turn around for another couple. So Salman showing his intentions quite clear. He's been sent up the order there to collect some quick runs for a side with the power play. 7 fielders inside the ring. Three for no loss. Plays it towards mid-on. Ball bouncing towards the mid-on fielder. No chance of a run there. Score remains on 3. Eldos to Salman. Trying to swing for a wide ball. So the first extras of the innings. Petrofac were quite guilty of bowling a lot of extras in their innings. Cummins Arabia will have to make sure that they don't do the same mistake, because could be giving away a lot of free runs to the batsman. Score moves on to 4. Slaps it towards short cover. The man there quite alert. So Salman trying to play through the line of the ball. Two men outside the ring are the man at third man and the man at deep point. Towards mid-off, single taken, completed easily. Score moves on to 5. Ayaz not able to stop that single. Fielders need to be alert and take those half chances that come their way if they want to Eldos. Leg by to end the over. As we see another plane going soaring in the skies. That's an Emirates aircraft, probably a 777-300 series, making its way out of Dubai. Emirates are having one of the best networks in the airline industry, and also have a very good side on the cricketing circles, as Asim Kishore, rather the bowler. He's pulling to Ganesh. Right up to the batsman. Asim, the man at short square leg, doing the fielding. Words of encouragement from the dugout. So far, both the batsmen have tried to meet all the balls that are in their zone. So Kishore this time trying to alter his line, bowls this one outside the off stump and concedes a wide there. Kishore to Ganesh. Plays it towards long off. Eldos the fielder there. Keeps it down to a single. So no boundaries so far. But runs consistently coming off practically every ball. So not a lot of concern for him. Salman this time plays it high in the sky. Eldos coming in. Falls short of him. 1 run, concedes a misfield. Second run from a misfield. So Salman chancing his arm. Not in complete control of the shot, but managing to accumulate a couple of runs. Sure, to Salman. Sam under the keeper's gloves and races away towards the boundary. Man at short third, man doing the fielding. 2 byes, rather 1 bye conceded. Man at short third, completing the formalities. Good ball, batsman Ganesh managing to dig it out. Score remains on 11. The last ball of the second over coming up. We are in the power play. So only 2 men are allowed outside the circle. The man at long on and long off. Kishore has to make sure he keeps those tighter lines and makes the batsman drive rather than cut because he has no protection. This time plays it towards covers, takes a single. Score moves on to 12 at the end of 2 overs. Eldos coming to continue his second over. Score remains on 12. Petrofac chasing 196. Need another 184 of the remaining 108 balls. Required run rate crossing the 10 mark. As you see, cross breeze across the grounds. We are at the Eagle Cricket Grounds here on the Dubai Al Ain Road. Lovely grounds here. True wicket. Lush outfield. As Eldos to Ganesh. Plays it towards mid-on. 1 run added. In the air, hits the high part of the bat. Both the batsmen trying to get a move on and get some quick runs in the power play. Chasing 196 to win this contest. Try to collect those 2 points that are on. Well, Eldos bowling a beautiful line. Chance of a run out. Miscommunication. Salman just watching the stroke. Ganesh not watching or waiting for his partner's call. Was ambling for a single. Luckily, Salman sending him back in time. So score remains on 13. Eldos to Salman.
Sam over the man, it covers, ball racing towards the boundary. Ayaz trying to stop it with his foot but unable to. So the first boundary coming up. Eldos just allowing Salman to free his arms, and he slices this one over the man at extra cover. Score moves on to 17. Slightly short, he plays it towards mid-on. Slightly cross-batted shot, but not the length that he was looking for. Managing to play towards mid-on with no run there. Score remains on 17. Asif, the man at mid-on. Sam again in the air between the man at covers and long off. Batsmen come back for a second. Germain slightly slow there. So Mubashir, the fielder there. So 19 for the loss of no wicket. We're coming towards the end of the third over. And there's one. Backs away. The ball hits his leg and goes onto the stump. So he's bowled. So the first casualty for Petrofac. Mohammad Salman bowled Eldos for 11 of 11 with one boundary. So 19 for 1 at the end of 3 overs. Jikesh, the captain, Jikesh Pulikol coming at number 3, the change in plan. Jikesh had scored 81 of 62 in the last game that they had played against JSS to collect the man of the match. As a task on hand, as even and another casualty. Ganesh playing down the wrong line. A foolish delivery, loses his stump. So both the openers back in the hut in 2 consecutive balls, putting pressure on the new men. Chike standing at number 3 will wait for his new partner to come in. And they have a task on hand. $19 for 2. They need another 177 of 101 balls. Current run rate of 6 and required run rate of 10.51. Not impossible in a T20 game, but you got to make sure you don't lose wickets up front. They already been 2 wickets down when we are in the 4th over of the power play. 4th over of the innings. The Oil and Gas Premier League sponsored by Bluebell Shipping, Soberwell, Associate Partners, PFF Valve Fittings, Asco Filtry and Caltros. New man Jeevan Gangadharan.
नहीं ये दूसरा बॉलर है
Kishore to Jeevan. Good length. Jeevan just
Happy to play a defensive stroke. Ball going towards the point region. Good start by Cummins Arabia, defending a score of 195. They had scored in there, allotted 20 overs. Managed to get 2 quick wickets, not giving away many. This time a wide. Again, trying to outsmart the batsman by altering the lines. Being penalized with a wide, so 1 run added to the total. Score moves on to 20. The men out. Mohammad Salman was the first to go. He was out 11 of 11 with 1 boundary. Ganesh out for 4 of 8 balls. Lone boundary coming out of the bat of Salman. Kishore takes strike. Full-ish delivery, plays it towards Manet, covers. Mubashir doing the fielding there. No run there. Both these batsmen need to make sure they stitch a partnership together and try to stitch it in time, or they could be chasing a tall score in the second half of the innings. Again, plays it towards point. No run there. Wanting a single. Jikesh declining that. So Kishore managing to keep Jeevan quiet in the first 3 balls that he's bowled to him. Jeevan equally up to the task, biding his time. He knows that he needs to stay there for long if he wants to score this of 196 runs. Chance of a caught behind. Appeal. Aborting his appeal halfway through, hoping that Jeevan had nicked that one, but not to be. Score 20 for 2. 5th ball of the 4th over coming up. This time, foolish delivery, plays it towards backward square. Ball going towards the boundary. 4 runs to the total. Score moves on to 24. So at the end of 4 overs, 24 for the loss of 2 wickets. Kishore completing his 2nd over. Ayaz, the new bowler. Eldo's given a break. 2 overs, 10 runs and 1 wicket. Jikesh taking strike for the first time in the match. Jeevan off the mark with that boundary of the last ball. Ayaz wrapping Jikesh on the pads, and Asim, the captain, doing the fielding there. No run there. Ayaz right arm medium fast. Slightly open stance for Jikesh there. Again, another wide ball dying on Manish. He's not able to collect that, so 2 wides added to the total. Score moves on to 26. Score moves on to 26. Jeevan on strike. Lovely shot towards covers. The man inside the ring had half a chance of stopping that. Couldn't do that. So 2nd boundary for Jeevan. He is now up and running. He's collected 2 boundaries of the last 2 balls he's faced. Score moves on to 30. Ayaz just guilty of bowling it right up and outside the off stump, and Jeevan quickly latching onto that. He's moved on to 8 or 6 balls. Ayaz to Jeevan. Short-ish ball, slightly on the up, plays it towards long off for a single. Score moves on to 31. Swing across the line. It's the 5th ball of the 5th over coming up. 4.4 done, 31 for 2. Current run rate 6.64. Required run rate now slowly creeping over towards 11 mark. It is 10.76. Ayaz to Jikesh moving across the stumps, and the bowler bowling outside the tram lines for another wide. 8 extras in innings, 6 wides bowled already in the innings. Petrofac had bowled 27 wides in their allotted 20 overs. Cummins Arabia starting to return those favours. Already bowled 6. This time Jikesh walking across and trying to cut this one. Not the best way to try to play such a stroke. Lucky for him, there's no slip as well. So an edge, finer edge, could go towards the third man region, but is more better off playing this ball down the ground rather than cutting that one. Ayaz is not bowling that short that he can do that. This time again following the ball, hoping that it's a wide. So end of the over, 32 for 2 at the end of 5 overs. Jikesh yet to get off the mark with the 4 balls at his face. Jeevan is 9 of 7 with 2 boundaries. Jeevan asking for a bat change. Ayaz giving away 8 runs in that over. Kishore to continue his 3rd over. Probably the plan is to bowl that extra over and manage to get one of these 2 out. That could severely dent the chances of Petrofac. So a dicey move can work either ways. You want your premier bowlers to be utilized in the best possible situations. Cummins Arabia bowlers have responded well and not allowed Petrofac to get off to a good start. They managed to get 2 wickets and keep the score to 32 of the 4 overs. This time Kishore bowling another tighter ball. Right on the money. And Jeevan playing it back towards the bowler. Kishore to Jeevan. Slightly over pitch, plays it towards long on. Protection there. 1 run added to the total. Jikesh on strike. Kishore the bowler. 3rd ball of the 6th over. This is the last over power play. Again, foolish delivery. Jikesh finding his counterpart on more than one occasion. Still not able to get off the mark. Fourth ball of the sixth over. Yorker ball, dishes it out and plays it towards short point for a single. Kishore surprised with that one, so another run added. Score moves on to 34. Last two balls of the power play coming up. Field restrictions to be lifted after this ball. These two balls. Only two men outside the circle so far are the man at long on and long off. Interesting to see what sort of tactics Asim has up his sleeve after the power play. When he has the options of opening up the field, would he want to keep the men in the circle to get the pressure? While Kishore nearly induces another edge out there. He's between a lovely spell so far. He's managed to keep the batsman quiet. Good contest between the bat and the ball out there. So far, Kishore is up trumps. Jeevan managing to collect a boundary of the last ball of the previous over when Kishore had bowled. But since then, again, this time outside the off stump, slightly outside the off stump. Jeevan lets it go for wide. .125 local time here in Dubai. Score 35 for 2. It's the last ball of the sixth over coming up. That would conclude the power play for this game. Comes down the wicket, plays it towards the vacant square leg for a maximum. So the extra ball resulting in a maximum for Jeevan. So 41 for 2 at the end of 6 overs. Not much to compare between both the sides at the end of power play. 6 overs. Cummins Arabia had scored 44 and they are 41, so not much to differentiate between both the sides, but T20 cricket is a very fickle game, can change in a matter of couple of overs. Kishore completing his third overs, 3 overs, 19 runs, 1 wicket. Ayaz Ahmed to come and bowl his second over. He gave away 8 runs of the first over he bowled. Eldos completing his first 2 overs. He gave away 12 runs and took the wicket of Salman. .41 for 2. Jeevan batting 16 of 11 balls. Jikesh batting 1 of 6. Needing another 155 runs of the remaining 84 balls with the required run rate of 11.07 at the start of the innings. Current run rate 6.83. Ayaz to Jikesh. Bowls wide to start off. Score moves on to 42. The 154 of 84 balls with required run rate of 11, current run rate of 7 runs and over, and another wide. So Ayaz just not able to control the white cherry. Scored a couple of wides to start off the over. Score moves on to 43. Some foolish delivery. Chikesh plays it towards long off for a single. Score moves on to 44, brings Jeevan on to strike. So he got a couple of boundaries and a 6 to his name. Full toss, plays it towards covers. A bit of footwork by Amit there. Walid from shot fine has a couple of kind words for his managing director. Score moves on to 45. Slightly short. Jikesh rocks back, plays it towards covers for a single. Amit there doing the fielding, can't stop the single. Score moves on to 46. Again, another foolish delivery, plays it down towards cover. This Amit trying to foot it again, this time misses, but the man at extra cover doing the cover up. Keeps it down to a single. Cummins Arabia would not mind these singles, as they can ensure that the scoreboard doesn't move at a faster pace and they can complete their overs this time. Again, slightly short. Ayaz altering his length for both the batsmen, has kept it full for Jeevan and bowled a couple of shortish deliveries. So both the batsmen happy to play the strokes in their favourite zones and get a couple of singles. So they will be wanting to size up the wicket. And they need to ensure that they stitch a good partnership out here to chase the score of 196. 195 for 6 is what Cummins Arabia scored at the back of 49 runs by German Fernandez, 45 from Eldos. So coming at the end of 7 overs. 48 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 7 overs. Ayaz giving away 7 runs in that over, including the 2 wides. So he's not done that bad. He's given away 15 runs of the 2 overs he scored. Need another 148 to win in the remaining 78 balls. Jeevan batting 18 of 14 balls and Jikesh batting 4 of 9. As we have another bowling change, Asim, the captain, comes into bowl. Asim comes to bowl to his counterpart. Shortish ball, plays it, and the unluckiest dismissal of all, and the luckiest dismissal for Asim. Jikesh playing a touch too early, hits the back end of the bat, and easy catch for Manish. So more trouble for Petrofac, losing their skipper. Asim Kamar wouldn't mind that wicket. New man in for Petrofac. Manish having a bit of banter with his friends out in the dugout as Bhupesh Katyal comes into the center at number 5. Bhupesh taking strike to Asim. Asim quite in a hurry to get his run up. Umpire tells him the batsman's not ready. So is the keeper. He's setting his field. Asim to Bhupesh. Again, this one short. Plays it towards covers. Jermaine stopping the ball from going to the boundary. 1 run added. Score moves on to 49. Shortest ball. And with the lengths that Asim is bowling, he's left the mid-wicket open. That's quite a gamble that he's taken. He needs to pitch the ball a bit further. He has no protection in the mid-wicket region. This time bowls it full. Jeevan expecting the shorter one. Lucky for him, takes the inner half of the bat and goes on to his legs rather than the stumps. Could have been fatal. So Asim continuing to surprise. Asim to Jeevan. This time bowls it up through Amit's leg for a single. Jermaine at extra cover doing the fielding. Amit coming too quickly onto the ball, missing it through his legs. So a single. So the 50 coming up at the end of 7.4 overs for the loss of 3 wickets. Jeevan batting 19 or 16. Bhupesh Katyal is the single of the one ball that he's faced. This one dying down on the wicketkeeper, going towards the third man boundary. The man fielding it inside the circle. So 2 byes added to the total. Score moves on to 52. This time Bhupesh trying to use all his force to send that towards mid-wicket region. It's a weakened mid-wicket region, so no run there. End of the 8th over, 52 for 3. So 52 for 3 at the end of 8 overs. As we see spin for the first time, Jermaine Fernandez comes into bowl, right arm leg break. As we have Vineet, the chief organizer, capturing some moments for memories. Vineet is representing the Oil Serve Riders who will be playing a game right after this one. A lot of hard work has gone into conduct this tournament, the Oil and Gas Premier League Season 1. 6 teams coming forward to contest this tournament and supported by sponsors, main sponsors, Bluebell Shipping, Servowell, and our associate sponsors, PFF Valve Fittings, Asco Filtry and Caltos. Jermaine Fernandez to Jeevan, rocks back and plays the drive towards extra cover for a single. So 1 run added to the total. Score moves on to 53. Needing another 143 runs of the remaining 71 balls with run rate going over 12 now. Bhupesh plays shot towards long off. Man, Eldo's doing the fielding there, keeps it down to a single. German will want to settle into a good line. He's got the variation. He's looping the ball. Well, just need to keep it. Oh, lovely ball. Loops it, invites Jeevan to go over long on. A protection there on the onside. The man at deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and a man at long on, quite wide, more towards the cow corner area. This time slightly flash, induces the edge. The man at short third misfields, and the ball just managing to stop before the boundary line. So a good bit of bowling, testing Jeevan out there. Bowlers have kept a tight line to Jeevan, not allowing him any sort of it. This time a full toss, plays it towards square leg and a boundary. So score moves on to 60. Eight runs of the over so far with the ball to come. Last ball of the ninth over coming up. Jeevan taking strike. Again, a lovely loopy delivery. Jeevan plays it towards long on Asif, the fielder there. Keeps it down to 9 runs of that over. 61 for 3. A good over for Petrofac. But they are now chasing a run rate of 12 and above. So they need some big overs. And the man who holds the key for them is Jeevan, who's batting 27 of 21 with 3 boundaries, 1 maximum. We come towards the start of the 10th over, and the teams will change sides at the end of the 10th over. So far, current run rate 6.78, required run rate jumping to 12.127 as Asim coming into the short ball, plays it towards square leg, and Jeevan stands in disbelief. He's found the man at square leg. And you can see the jubilation in Cummins Arabia fielders. They know how big this wicket is for them. Ayaz Ahmed, the man to take the catch, and Asim Kamar, the man with the golden arm, pricing out 2 big wickets. He got Jikesh out of the first ball he bowled of his over, and now the first ball of his second over, he gets out Asim Kamar. He's just given away 2 runs of the 1.1 overs he's bowled and inflicted quite a blow at the Petrofac's innings. As we see Jeevan slowly making his way into the dugout, still in disbelief that he perfectly found the man at deep square leg. All Ayaz had to do was to stand there and make sure the ball lands into his palms, and he did that. So 4th wicket down for Petrofac, 61 for 4. The new man Sanup, the wicket keeper. So as we have a look at the fall of wickets for Petrofac, Mohammad Salman the first to go, the score of 19, followed by Ganesh the very next ball when the score was 19. Next small little partnership between Jikesh and Jeevan, and Jikesh was out at 48, and then the last man Jeevan out when the score was 61. As
Sanup off the mark with a single. He's batting 1 of 1. Bhupesh is batting 2 of 4. Full toss down the ground. Ball cannons off the non-striker for a single. The Asif, the man at long off, coming into the circle and fielding, keeps it down to 1. Bhupesh quite ready to chance his arm for a second, but not to be. So 1 run is what they get. 63 for 4. Asim to Sanup. And Sanup playing over the ball. No contact. 1 bounce into Manish's hands. So keeps it down. Keeps it down to a dot ball. Score remains on 63. Asim to bowl. Foolish delivery on the pads. Sanu plays it towards square leg. The man at short fine doing the fielding. Score moves on to 64. Last ball of the 10th over coming up. Bhupesh plays it down towards long on for a single as we conclude the 10th over of the innings. Drinks being called and the sides being changed, as we'll have Prabhu from Oil Serve to have a few words with him. As we have Prabhu from Oil Serve with us. Prabhu, welcome. Happy to be here at this grounds, and what sort of a role have you got to play in the Oil Serve camp as of now?
I am just participating to support Oil Serve. It's not, I don't play regularly cricket, but this is good for me to be with them. So I am supporting whatever the role I can play for them. So that's how I'm supporting Oil Serve.
And your take on the game so far? Petrofac chasing a tall score. They've already lost their 4 wickets. Probably their 2 best batsmen have been priced out by Asim. Where do you see this game proceeding from here on?
It seems like Petrofac is going to have some tough time to get this reach the score, but I hope they will try their best.
And thank you for your time as we thank Prabhu, and we'll see you in action in the next game from here on, as Cummins Arabia having a strong hold on the innings, keeping Petrofac under total control out here. They need another 130 runs plus in the remaining 10 overs as we teams change sides, and we'll see action coming up in the next moment or so. 65 for 4, run rate of 6.5, needing another 131 runs in the remaining 10 overs, requiring a run rate of 13.1 to start at the second half of the innings. Jermaine Fernandez to continue for his side, gone for 9 runs in the over that he is bowled. Jermaine has bowled a decent line, barring the full toss that he bowled to Jeevan. That has looped the ball well. He'll be wanting to do the same and try to grab a few wickets apart from the 49 that he scored earlier in the batting department. Wicket keeping duties changed for Cummins Arabia.
Asim Bhai going off the field, the captain. So Manish taking over. Jermaine to Bhupesh. Looping delivery, plays it to the man at extra cover. 1 run added. Score moves on to 66. Cummins Arabia having a strong hold on the inning so far. Sanup on strike. Bowls this one down leg side. Good take by the wicketkeeper, moving swiftly to his left and collecting the ball. .67 the score. 14 extras in the innings. Jermaine now. Anu rocks back and cuts it towards covers. The man at extra cover coming in to do the fielding. Keeps it down to a single. Moves on to 68. Jermaine again another looping delivery, plays it across the line towards the man at long on, manages to get a single. Bhupesh moves on to 6. Jermaine to Anup. Oh, good length, ball turning in from mid-lane leg towards the off-stump. Batsman just quietly playing it back towards the bowler. .151 local time. This time Anup plays it towards short mid-wicket and collects another single. So no real partnership being stitched here by the Petrofac batsman. 70 for 4 as we come towards the conclusion of the 11th over. The man in red doing as Anup makes use of the length that was offered and another boundary. So Jermaine going for quite a few. He's given away 18 runs of the 2 overs. He scored 70 for 4 at the end of 11 overs. 74 for 4 at the end of 11 overs. Needing another 122 runs of the remaining 54 balls. Required run rate jumping to 13.56. As you see a change in the bowling. Asim Kamar is off the field, so he's taken a break. First ball played back towards short cover. Down leg side, a wide, a good take by the keeper again. Mohammad Mubashir, the bowler. He's given away 1 run of the 1 ball he's bowled. Plays it, Anu plays it down towards long off for another single. The Sanup. Score moves on to 76. needing somebody to come and play a blinder of an innings to if they want to chase us down, while another leg by added to the total. So Cummins Arabia doing a good job here, keeping the lid on the scoring rate. They have not allowed Petrofac to get off at any time and managed to get 4 wickets and denting their chase. This time short over the man at cover, short cover. The man at extra cover doing the fielding. Manish jumping in the air but still eluding him. So keeps it down to a single. 77 for 4. 78 for 4. 11.4 overs completed. So run rate now, required run rate jumping to 14 and over. This time over covers, the man at extra cover being kept quite busy. Still another single. 79 for 4. Bhupesh Katyal 10 of 10 balls. Sanup batting 6 of 9. As we have a look at the scorecard, the men out. Ganesh Veeran out for 4 of 8 balls. Mohammad Salman 11 of 11. Jikesh out 4 of 10. Jeevan out 27 of 22 with 3 boundaries and 1 6. Bhupesh batting 5 of 7 and Bhupesh batting 11 of 11, sorry, and Sanup batting 7 of 10. As we conclude the 12th over, 80 for 4. Another 116 runs required of the remaining 8 overs. Required run rate now 14.5. Bhupesh asking for a change in the bat. For 4 as Manish Dipani comes into bowl. He's given up the gloves and now coming to bowl. A complete all-rounder in all sense, can do right arm leg spin, slightly short. Sanup playing it again of the inner half of the bat and goes towards the man at mid-wicket for a single. Score moves on to 81. Plays it towards man at extra cover, 1 run added. Score moves on to 82. So the slow bowlers managed to put a break onto the scoring. And Cummins Arabia going from strength to strength in this contest. As change in field, a man at square leg being brought down to covers. Looping there this time on to the leg stump. Sanup sweeping the ball towards deep backward square leg. Just hoping he's not pulled up a hammy out there. Seems to be in some sort of discomfort. Let's wait for him to. He's quite fine now. Manish to continue. High in the air, the man at again falling between the man at covers and extra covers, so keeping down to another single. So a bit of a cat and mouse game. Bhupesh managing to clear the infield but not able to clear the boundary. He's collected a single of every ball he's faced in this over. Missed by the keeper. The man at short third doing the fielding. 2 runs added. Score moves on to 86. Last ball. Last ball of the 13th over coming up. Shortish ball. Sanu plays it down towards long off for a single. End of the over. 87. Partnership coming forth of 26 of 23 balls. But they need much more of that. They need another 109 runs of the remaining 42 balls, as we see Sanup in some sort of discomfort out there. Probably both the batsmen requesting for a glass of water. 6.69 the current run rate, required run rate 15.57. It's a brief halt in play, and play resumes. Mohammad Mubashir to continue. Fourteenth over to begin. Mohammad Mubashir, the bowler. He's given him 5 runs of the first over that he had bowled. This time slightly short, plays it over extra cover. The man at long off doing the fielding, keeping it down to a single. Sanup on strike. There's this chance of a stumping. Batsman well and truly home. This game followed by a couple of games more in the day today. Oil Serve take on DNO Dynamos. DNO Dynamos having to withstand a loss in the first innings. Oil Serve had got 2 points from the previous encounter that they had. So DNO Dynamos will want to surely come back and prove their worth out here. Followed by the last game where GSST will take on Supertech. This time short, but not able to take full toll of it. The ball going towards the mid-wicket boundary. Comedy of errors out there. Walid parrying the ball, but lucky for him that it was still inside the field of play. A good ball. Sanu playing it back to the bowler. (89 for 4) at the end of 13.4 overs. Fifth ball of the 14th over coming up. Slices it towards third man. The man at short, third man giving the chase. 1 run added. And surely Sanup looks in some kind of a discomfort out there. He's not ready to chance his arm on those risky second runs. 90 for 4. Right, foolish delivery, playing it to the man at short covers. Manish doing the fielding. Asim, the captain, doing the fielding there. End of the 14th over. 90 for 4. Another 106 runs of the remaining 6 overs. Required run rate coming to 17.67, so the task becoming harder by the And the conclusion of every over of this innings, Petrofac not making any sort of an attempt to try to chase down the score, no real intent after the loss of the third and fourth wicket of Jikesh and Jeevan. Manish Deepani to continue. He's given away 7 runs of the 1 over that he's bowled. He loops it. This one flights the ball. Bhupesh plays it towards Sanu plays it towards long on for a single. Bhupesh on strike. He is batting 14. This time towards the man at extra cover. Misfield there. The ball going towards the boundary. A rare boundary. Welcome boundary for Petrofac. The fielder at extra cover overrunning the ball. The ball pitching and turning, and he unable to stop that one. Score moves on to 95. This time under edges onto his foot towards gully. No run there. .95 for 4. This one in the slot for him. Plays it towards long on. The fielder misfields there, and another boundary. Score moves on to 99, so a couple of misfields have let Bhupesh collect a couple of boundaries, much needed boundaries for Petrofac. I hope they've not come too late for the Petrofac. They would want many more of these if they want to chase down the score. This time towards gully, the Amit Deshpande giving the chase. Keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 100. 14.5 overs for 100 runs. Current run rate 6.74. Required run rate 18.58. Another 96 runs required of the remaining 31 balls. This time Sanu plays it towards the man at long on. 1 run added. Score moves on to 101. 95 runs required of the remaining 5 overs. Slightly humid conditions. Hmm? 11:10 को 4 घंटे तो 3 और 5 ओवर है, समझो आधा घंटा और. नेक्स्ट मैच 3 बजे को शुरू होगा. Coming to the last 5 overs of this game between Petrofac and Cummins Arabia. Cummins Arabia had scored 195 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs. In reply, Petrofac are 100 for the loss, 101 loss for the loss of 4 wickets in 15 overs. As Walid into bowl, plays it towards square leg for probably a boundary. We'll wait for the umpire's confirmation. It's been called a boundary, a drop catch. Half a chance which had to be taken. So score moves on to 105. At the looping delivery this time towards the man, it covers, and this time the batsman not so lucky. He plays it straight down to the man at short covers. So Walid amongst the wickets. So the 5th wicket for Petrofac that has fallen. Sanup is out for 20 runs of the 21 balls. One boundary that he faced, or that he collected, and unfortunately found the man at short covers. Jermaine Fernandez, the fielder, taking the catch there. Wickets to fall at the score of 19, 19, 48, 61, 105. A 44-run partnership in 6.1 overs. A decent partnership, but when you're chasing 195, you need somebody to take the onus and try to chip down the score. Not to be, so Petrofac behind the 8 ball in this game. New man Ravi Shankar Velu. Ravi Shankar earlier had bowled a economical spell. He's given away 25 runs of the end. This time plays it towards long leg. The man there doing the fielding there. 1 run added to the total. Score moves on to 106. Requiring another 90 runs of the remaining 27 balls. Required run rate now exactly 20 runs and over. As Bhupesh on strike. 4th ball of the over coming up. 5 runs come off the 3 balls. Slowing the pace of the ball. The batsman needing to make all the efforts there. Manages to play it down towards deep mid wicket for a single. Into bowl to Ravi Shankar. The man on the boundary on the onside, long on, and Ravi Shankar wanting to play a reverse sweep, asking for an LBW. Umpire unmoved there. Waits for it for the signal. Deemed as is off the bat or glove, so no chance of an LBW there. 108 for 5. Ravi Shankar trying to manufacture a stroke there. See the oil surf field players doing a run up out there. This time Bhupesh plays it over the man over the bowler's head, over the 30-yard for a single. So end of a eventful over there. Walid giving away 8 runs and getting the wicket of Sanup. So end of the 16 overs, 109 for 5, 87 required of the remaining 24 balls. Two games to follow. Oil Surf taking on DNO Dynamos, and then the 3rd game of the evening between JSS versus Supertech. Kesar Amin, the bowler. Right arm over. Bhupesh plays it towards long on. Single added. Score moves on to 110. Second ball of the 17th over. Ravi Shankar plays it towards deep mid wicket. Another single added. Bhupesh taking strike to Kesar Amin. Score 111. Again plays it towards deep mid wicket for a single.
Score moves on to 112. And Bhupesh continues to bat and score those runs. He's got 27 of 24. Good tight bowling by the Cummins Arabia bowlers, keeping a tight lid on all the proceedings, and well on course to win the second game. This time full toss, plays it over gully for a boundary, the batsman asking for a no ball, but umpires unmoved. Legal ball, but a boundary added to the total. Score moves on to 116. Ravi collects his first boundary. He moves on to 7 of 4. Another 20 balls remaining in this innings. 80 runs required. Now the required run rate jumping to 24. Okay, so to Ravi. 5th ball of the over. Batsman charging down. Chance of a stumping. Missed. And a overthrow conceded. A wide being called. So 2 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 116. Rather 118. Bhupesh plays it towards long off for a single. 119 for 5. Last ball of the over. Ravi plays it towards deep mid wicket. Manish the fielder there. End of the over. 11 runs coming off it. 120 for 5. 76 required of the remaining 3 overs. Let's run through the scorecard as of now. Ganesh Veeran out 4 of 8. He was bowled by Kishore. Mohammad Safan. He was bowled by Eldos for 11 of 11 with 1 boundary. Jikesh Pudikol caught Manish Dipani. Bowled Asim for 4 of 10 as Imtiaz comes into bowl. Jeevan, the man who was touted to be anchoring this chase, out for 27 of 22, where he found Ayaz Ahmed and as Ravi helps himself to another boundary outside the gully region. Sanup, the 5th man out, 20 of 21. He was caught by Jermaine of the bowling of Waleed. Bhupesh batting 28 of 25 as Ravi collects his second boundary. He's 12 of 6. The 72 runs required of the remaining 17 balls. Change in the field. The man at gully being sent out halfway through for the cut twice that Ravi has managed to collect a boundary from that area, wanting to plug that boundary. Wide down leg side. Imtiaz quite quick in trying to bowl there. Off radar. Gives another run. Ravi plays this towards long on for a single. Score moves on to 126. This one bowling outside the off stump. Umpire calling it a wide. So another extra. The cause of concern for Cummins Arabia 2 will be the extras. They've already given away 20 extras, 15 wides, 2 leg byes and 3 byes. So 127 for 5. We're into the 18th over. This time foolish delivery. Plays it to the man at short covers.
Bhupesh not interested in a single, so score remains on 127 as the fifth ball of the 18th over coming up. And an error in judgment. Bhupesh losing his stump, walking across, and the looping ball he thought would have gone down the leg side, but cannons onto his stump, so he's bowled to the sixth wicket down for Petrofac at the score of 127. And a bit of a smile for the bowler. He's given away 7 runs of the 4 balls he's bowled and collected a wicket, so he adds another wicket down at the score of 127. Asif Saeed batting at none of 1. Sorry, that was Ravi Shankar who's batting at 13 of 7. As Rangaraj comes into bat, he's going to face the 5th ball of the over. Plays it towards deep gully for a single. He is off the mark. Score moves on to 128. It's the last ball of the 18th over coming up. Ravi Shankar batting 13 of 7. He is on strike to face the last ball of the 18th over. Swan into the pads. Ravi chips it over the bowler towards long on for a single. End of the 18th over, 129 for 6. 67 of the remaining 12 balls. Amit Deshpande, the new bowler. Plays it towards deep point for a single. 11th bowler being used in the attack. Asking for an LBW down the leg side, so Rangaraj survives. Leg by added to the total. Score moves on to 131. The remaining 10 balls of this innings. Chance of a run out at the non-striker's end. Ravi quite slow in completing the single, lucky for him. The ball bouncing over the stump, so he survives. 132 for 6. This one down leg side. Rangaraj plays it again towards short backward square leg. And Ravi again being a bit slow, but still lucky to be there. The ball not hitting the stumps, so another run. 133 for 6. That's the 5th ball of the 19th over, the penultimate over of the innings. Ravi plays it towards short third. The man there falling over, the man at deep gully doing the fielding there, keeping it down to a single still. So last ball of the 19th over to come up. In the air, chance for the man at short third man, and Wali takes that catch, much to the delight of his managing director Amit Deshpande, who gets his name against the wicket column. So the 7th wicket down, 134 for 7. So the innings
going from bad to worse for Petrofac here as we start the last over of the innings. 134 for 7. Amit Deshpande concludes his over. He gave away 5 runs and took the solitary wicket. After this over, you come down for the captain's. As Asif Saeed comes into bowl the final over. Ravi plays it towards third man. He collects another boundary, adding to his total. He moves on to 21 of 12. This match now of academic interest. Just need to see how much can Petrofac accumulate in the last 5 balls. They've scored 138 for 7 in the 19.1 overs so far. Asif to Ravi Shankar. New man Anish and bowling another wide. Anish bowls wide. Coming to bowl the second ball. Again bowls so another wide. So trying to keep the ball away from the batsman. He's got the protection in the form of short third man. Nobody on the boundary ropes. So would be better off bowling it down straight. This time Ravi plays it towards point for a single. Score moves on to 141. Target away by another 55 runs, but the balls remaining are only 4 and 3 wickets in hand. As we conclude this game, the next game is going to be between Oil Serve and Riders and DNO Dynamos. As another single added to the total. Score moves on to 142. Anish off the mark with that single. So, and Ravi plays it towards long on, the man there. Making half an attempt, keeping it down to a single. Score moves on to 143 as the penultimate ball of the innings coming up, of the game coming up. 143. Anish plays it towards short third. Man at deep gully doing the fielding there, keeping it down to a single. 144 for 7. So 10 runs coming off this over with a ball to spare. It's 52 runs required of the last ball. Plays it down towards deep mid wicket. 1 run taken. Batsman come back for 2. So a 49 run victory, or rather another run added, so it is going to come down to 40. आए तो सही नहीं इसके ऊपर. उसको बोल दे इनका तो आ जाएगा. 148 for 7. Sorry, 147 for 7 is what they have scored. A 49 run victory for Cummins Arabia. As a comprehensive victory for Cummins Arabia takes him to the top of the table. And we'll have the presentations coming in the next few minutes. भाई विकेट चेंज नहीं करना, खाली मार्किंग कर देना. एल्डोस, अमित, 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 वलीद को लेके आना. वलीद, 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 जल्दी, जल्दी, जल्दी. Before we start the presentation. I'm putting him under the pump now. Eldos, man of the match. Eldos.
Lovely Eldos.
Eldos,
Congratulations.
Asim, quickly.
आसिफ Eldos आ जाओ आ जाओ.
वलीद, वलीद, जल्दी आ, जल्दी आ, जल्दी आ. इधर, इधर, इधर ही. इधर, इधर, भाई.
हाँ नहीं सही है दोनों साइड.
Amit, Okay, wait. अच्छा. Okay. Okay, a quick word before we have the presentation. Amit, your thoughts when the catch was in the air and Walid was going for the catch?
I know that Walid is a strong fielder. He loves fielding and he loves to take dives and fall in the field. So I was very confident he's going to make it.
Okay, that is what we wanted to know. A very confident MD of his premier jaunty roads of the team. Walid, thank you. And you got Amit into the wickets column. Else it could have been a tough week for you at the office. Can I say it that way?
Well, when it was up in the air, I was a bit confused whether would I be able to reach it or not. But thank God I reached and I got the catch. That was a really good ball there from Amit as well. Yeah,
Does this go in your appraisals as well?
I hope so. Please take a note.
Anyway, thank you for that small little joke. As we have the man of the match presentations.
Come on, Aldo, it's lovely.
Manoj, director engineering for oil service. Sir, सामने. This side. Jikesh, all to my left, please. Presentations coming up. A comprehensive victory for Cummins Arabia by 49 runs in this all-important encounter against Petrofac. We'll quickly start with the player of the match, Eldos, for a magnificent 45 and an opening spell. The trophy and the check being given by Mr. Manoj, Director, Oil Serve Riders of the Engineering Department. Facing that side, yes. And the trophy being presented now. A glittering gold-plated trophy for Eldos. Eldos, you went in at a time when the ball was not really coming onto the bat. What was your thoughts and what was your plan with Jermaine when you all started this partnership?
Yeah, that time my thought was I need to score some runs for the team. Need to hit some boundaries so that the run rate need to go high. That's why I trying to start hitting.
Anyway, thank you for it. Congratulations, and we'll see you having more man of the match in the future. We'll talk to Jikesh right here. Jikesh, what went wrong in the field, or was it the batting which didn't go as per plan?
Actually, batting is. We didn't get any good partnership in the power play. We are lost regularly wicket. That is the main issue for our batting. So there is collapse and the big ground. We need to hard hitter. That's some player is missing. That is the main issue for our team.
Anyway, thank you for that, and all the best for the rest of the tournament. Thank you. Asim, first of all, the Golden Arm 2 prize wickets. Not the ideal way you would have got the first one, but you will be happy taking that one.
Okay, yeah, I think it was a good wickets, and overall I think it's a good effort by the Cummins Arabia team. And when we decided to bat first, we believe that our bowling is our strength, and in batting we are okay. And we were targeting to reach around 180, and we knew that Petrofac is a good side, and we know that in this tournament they are most probably in the top 2 good teams. So I think batting definitely went very well, especially when Aldo started hitting. So that created a rhythm, and we were able to score a good score.
And now you all are on top of the table. Any areas of concern that you will be talking to the boys after this game?
I think still we need to, in the batting, we need to see, like I think this time, today, Aldo's played excellent. Jermaine was a bit slow in the beginning, but I think with the boost of Aldo's, he also came up very fast. I think we need to do slightly better in the batting still. And in the bowling, I think so far in the 2 games, we have done good.
Anyway, thank you for your time. Congratulations, and we'll hope to see you having many more victories. That concludes our presentation for the first game today. Cummins Arabia, a comprehensive victory of 49 runs, takes him to the top of the table with 2 wins from 2 games. We'll see you for the toss for the second game in the next few moments.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.